Hey, hello guys, how are you? So here we have Mazda 6 skyactiv, all right, uh, with the sport nav with a Bose sound system, all right, and some nice cream leather seats there, fully electronic, and we have an AFS system, rear vehicle monitoring system, and we've got our lane departure warning system here. All right. So guys, I just wanted to show you that I've installed an Android radio on this one. This is an aftermarket Android radio that I bought from AliExpress. Okay, so yeah, it's just a quick review about this gadget. Seems to be working so well so far, and it looks okay. Yeah, it looks better than the stock radio, if I can say. So yeah, so it didn't come with a CAN bus, so I had to buy a separate CAN bus also from AliExpress. It was around £20, and so everything seems to be working for now. I've been having this radio for about six months or so. Yeah, so I just wanted to let you know, guys, that it's pretty good radio, and of course, you know, everything that you buy from AliExpress, sometimes it comes with a little bit of some glitches or something like that. But yeah, it seems to be working well, and the center console is working as well. Yeah, most of the buttons work, but not every button works. So, like for example, maybe suppose I didn't map them, so the CAN bus just did it automatically for me. But if I press audio here, it changes the screen to the, well, it goes to the equalizer, but ideally it was supposed to go to the music player. If I press phone here, phone here, it goes to the phone, which is all right. If I press nav here, it opens CGIC. Yeah, because I've set CGIC as my default navigation software on the radio. So yeah, most of the buttons seem to work, but I don't really use this thing, to be honest. Most of the time I don't really use this, so I use my it's good if you really want to use it, but I don't really use it. So, and we've got steering wheel controls as well. They do work. Increasing the volume there. Yeah, increasing the volume down works. Phone button works. It launches the phone. Well, the voice command doesn't seem to work. Yeah, it does something if you press, but it's not accurate. It does something on its own. Yeah, so next track, it works. Back, it works. Okay, so most of these buttons, they do work accurately. Okay, right, so this car has got some parking sensors. It's got some parking sensors, and it's got a reverse camera stock. It had a reverse camera. So what I did is turn this one off. What I did is I removed the original camera. It was working with this radio. You could just connect. There was a certain plug that you just buy, and then just adapter, and then it connects to the stock radio. But I didn't like the quality of the stock camera, so I swapped it off, and then I put an aftermarket, which was HD, I think. Yeah, and it's working pretty well. Yeah, better quality than the original camera that was at the back. So I just swapped, and then I put an aftermarket connected to this radio, and it's looking amazing. Yeah, the quality is very good, and it also launches so fast. And yeah, so these lines, you can adjust them. If you go to settings, press the settings, you can adjust them. Camera, you can adjust them for the distance and all that stuff. Yeah, which is quite handy. Okay, right, so the camera works, it's connected to the radio, and also the parking sensors, they work. So previously when I was using the original camera, stock camera, you know, when you're using the original radio, when you put in reverse, it will tell you which side you are hitting. It will like flash a little icon on the corner. So let's say if you are hitting a car on the right side, it will show on the right side. But just because I've put an aftermarket camera now, it's no longer showing those indications when you're like almost hitting an object at the back. Yeah, but well, I don't really mind. At least there's some beep. The beeps are still working from the reverse sensors. So yeah, sensors work, camera works. And what's the next thing? So this radio, one of the most important reasons or why I bought it is because I wanted to constantly monitor my DPF regeneration. Okay, because you know these cars, this diesel, Mazda diesels, Skyactiv, have got a problem with the DPF. Sometimes if you miss a DPF regeneration, you will end up having a blocked DPF, and it will result in a lot of expenses. You might need to like change the DPF. Some people, they remove the DPF, or no, but well, it's just good to constantly monitor the DPF to see if it's regenerating completely, and try not to switch off the car when it's midway regenerating, because what happens is if you switch off the car while it's still doing a regeneration, it will dump some excess diesel into the oil, so hence contaminating the oil. So that's why you see after a couple of miles or so, you see that your oil level will rise above the full to go to the X mark. So which means you would have to change the oil because there is more diesel in the oil than oil. Okay, so yeah, which reduces the lifespan of your engine. So it's good to make sure that your car is the DPF is constantly okay, and it's regenerating well, it's completing its regeneration. So well, this app is good. So it connects to the OBD via the Bluetooth. So I have installed an OBD. This is the OBD. Yeah, this is the OBD that I use. That's the OBD that I use. Okay, so I keep it connected there. So I just need to make sure that it's nicely attached somewhere. So I bought a cable, an extension cable, so that I don't, because sometimes I remove it and put it back a lot of times, so I didn't want to damage my port. So I bought an extension cable. It was about 3 quid or something like that. So yeah, so I keep this connected almost every time, especially when I'm driving around, because I do a lot of town driving. So after 3 or 4 days, I just need to take the car in the motorway to just make sure that it does its regeneration, and I'll also be constantly monitoring the DPF. So on this software, if I go to this icon here, it will tell me the level of DPF at the moment. Yeah, saying it's 20.9% full, and its last distance was 48.49. that's when it last regenerated. So I know my car usually regenerates when it's almost around 60%. Yeah, I think probably maybe because the car is getting old now, so maybe the DPF might need to be changed very soon, but it regenerates around almost close to 60%. So I do my town driving every day, and then when I see that it's almost about 40% or 50 full, take it just to the motorway just for 10 minutes, and then it will start its regeneration until it finishes. Then I come back and then drive the whole week, going to work just a couple of miles away from here. So I've been doing this for a couple of months now, and I've never missed a regeneration. My oil level has never increased, and yeah, it works good. It will tell you when it's regenerating, it will tell you when it's finished, and then yeah, that's it. And then you can do your normal day-to-day driving. You know, these cars are not really designed to be driven short distances. They are motorway cars. So but me, I drive it with it to work, and then after a couple of days, monitor my DPF. If it's almost 40-55%. I then go to the motorway, then it does its regeneration, goes back to 0, do the cycle all over again, which is pretty good. Yeah, so this app can run at the background. Yeah, you can do all your stuff while it's doing its stuff. It's good. It can also diagnose the car if you've got a check engine. It will do all that for you. It will also calculate MPG, all that other stuff. Yeah, it's called Smart Control Free. It's a good app. Anyway, that's all about that app. So yeah, so when I bought this radio, it didn't support the Bose sound system. So what I did, you needed to buy a CAN bus so that it can link the amplifier to the radio and all that stuff. Yeah, it's easy. If you want to do it, just leave a comment and then I'll just maybe show you how to connect everything together. But it's quite easy, works well. The sound quality is also good. Yeah, it wasn't very expensive. Yeah, it's got a lot of apps. It wasn't very expensive. So yeah, a lot of apps there. I can go to YouTube, I can watch videos. Yeah, it also came with a 4G SIM card holder. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, 3G SIM card holder. So I put a SIM there, so it's constantly on internet. When I'm doing my trips, sometimes I just like using Google Maps. So yeah, it will be connected to the internet. So just give me I don't need offline maps, to be honest. If I want to play some music off of YouTube, I'll just open, because there is a SIM card already which has got that data there. So yeah, that's a pretty good radio, to be honest. Yeah, I would recommend it. So yeah, one of the most amazing things is this thing works. Everything works in the system. All right.